Yeah, what's up guys? You are welcome back to Crypto Dever. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the MACD indicator, okay? So what we're going to be talking about in the video are we are going to be talking about what is that MACD actually means. We're also going to be talking about how to set it up, and then we're also going to talk about how to use it for your crypto trading, okay? So now let's jump into what MACD is. First of all, when you look at this chart, you discover that this chart is a blank chart. So for those of you who do technical analysis, you discover that we need some indicators and then some things in order to analyze the chart. Okay, now this analysis tells us the direction of the chart, when and when not to buy, and when not to sell. Okay, now first of all, what is MACD? Okay, now MACD stands for moving average convergence divergence. Okay, MACD is made up of three major lines. Now when you look at the chart below, there's a little chart here below. As you can see here, right here, we have just a very little chart here. So now if you monitor the chart, you discover that it's made up of three lines. Okay, now we have the one we call signal line, we have the one we call MACD line, and then we have the one we call the histogram line. Okay, now when you look at this place, this very first one that is here is called the MACD line. The next one below it, which is in something like a sort of pink color, not pink, orange color, is called the signal line. And then this bar like figure you are looking at, the bars here, they are called the histogram. Okay, so this is just the basic about what MACD is. Now the next thing I'm going to be telling you about in this video is I'm going to show you how to read MACD, how to set up MACD. First of all, how to set it up. So I'm going to just quickly come to this place now and delete this MACD setting. So you can see now that my crypto chart is now blank here once again. So now if you want to add MACD to your chart, what you have to do is, first of all, come to this place that says indicator. So the moment you come to this place that says indicator, come to indicator, click on indicator, then type MACD. So the moment you type MACD, click on it. Once you click on it, it's okay. You're going to see it appear below. Now how to see it? Look at below this chart. You're going to see that you have MACD there. Okay, below this chart you have MACD. So the next thing you need to understand that you can easily adjust the look of your chart by either zooming in or zooming out. Okay, you can adjust the look of your chart by zooming in or zooming out. Okay, now when you look at this place, you're going to see that we have this signal line, the MACD line, and the histogram very clearly. So after adding it up, this is what you're going to see. Okay, now the question comes, how do we read MACD? Now this is the point I have to let you understand, that we are using MACD to detect momentum. Okay, is good for detection of momentum and also for detection of volatility. Now when you look at this place, the major rule here is that whenever the signal or whenever the MACD crosses above the signal, okay, it tells you that okay, this coin is about to pump. And whenever it comes below, it crosses below it, it tells you that this a coin is about to dump. So now when you look at this point, now we're going to see that we have this very one, of course the one at the top to be the MACD, and then this one here, the orange one, to be the signal. So now let's look at some places where this crossover happened. Now when you look at this point, you have at this point here, the chart is this, and then at this point too, we have a little crossover here, and from this point to this point, from this point, price of BTC was 97,000 up to all-time high 100 and something thousand. So you discover that MACD is a very powerful tool that helps you to make some right decisions. Now let's take another look at where this MACD crossover played a very key role. Now after a period of consolidation, you discover that at this very point here, the MACD crossed above the signal line, and that was corresponding to the price of 69,000, and then from that point BTC pumped up to 100 and something. So you see, this is almost 50% pump. You discover that if you're on future trade or any kind of trade, this is going to be a very powerful entry for you to make a lot of profit from your trade. Now let's talk about the histogram. Now histogram tells you the increase in momentum. Now when you look at this here, you see that there are some period where we have red and some period where we have green. Now green tells you that the buyers are coming in, Red tells you that the sellers are coming in, but histogram is not a powerful confirmation. Now, take note that whenever there is an increase in volatility, the histogram becomes larger. Okay, and when the market is consolidating, consolidation means is moving sideways. There's no pump, there's no major dump, there's no major pump. So you discover that at this very point here now, the histogram here is actually ranging and is very small up to the point where it broke out from here up after the cross of the signal of the MACD line above the signal line. You discover that the histogram actually increased. So now this is one of the major ways you can actually make use of MACD in your crypto analysis, and they're very powerful too. Okay, now there's a very important one I want to show you now, which is called divergence. All right, now the concept of divergence is a very important concept when it comes to momentum detector. Okay, now first of all, you need to understand that this MACD, you can also make use of it in line with other trading indicators. Okay, now when you look at this chart, you discover that the MACD and the crypto chart actually moved in opposite direction, and that is exactly what we call RS, the divergence aspect of MACD. And this is a very powerful one whenever you are trying to talk about the potential pump or potential dump. Now let's take a look. When you look at this place, two things you have to note. Number one, at this very point here, the MACD crossed, just as I told you, and it's a very good signal that the market is going up. But sometimes you have to wait for divergence confirmation. Now, after going up a little bit, it seems to come down. After coming to this point, at this very point, the MACD actually turned again, telling you that, oh boy, this thing is about to come down again. Then when it came down, at first, this chart came to around 55, and then the MACD crossed at that point, and then also the MACD line was around 1500 and something. As you can see this figure here that is changing, this one here. So when you drive your cursor to this point, discover that it was around 1500 and something. Okay, around 1800 and something actually at that point. Now when the chart came lower below, you can see the chart dumped again. The MACD is expected to dump below, but instead of dumping, the MACD actually stayed above. You can see this point here and this point here. These are two different points. Okay, so instead of the MACD to come below the previous one, just as the chart is coming below the previous one, the MACD is now going above. So that is what we call divergence. Now divergence, we have, it can be bullish, it can be bearish. So this is an example of bullish, telling you that the market is actually about to pump. See, MACD is a very powerful tool that you should not joke with, because from that point you discover that the market actually ranged a bit and then started pumping. So from 55,000, we have, it went up to as high as 100 and something. So you see, the power of MACD is something that you shouldn't joke with whenever you are trading crypto. Okay, so that is actually how to use MACD as a divergence strategy. Okay, now let's talk about the best MACD setting. Now when you look at this point, you discover that we have, on this MACD, we have what they say MACD 12, MACD 26, and then 9 EMA. Okay, now you can actually change whatever you have here. When you come to this place and click on setting, now you have what is the best setting. In reality, when you talk about the best setting, there's no particular best setting. It all depends on the output you are expecting to have. Okay, now when you look at this, by default we have the fast length to be 12 and then the slow length to be 26. What is the fast length? The fast length is actually referred to as the MACD line, which is this blue one here. Then the slow length is actually referred to the orange one here, the one below it, okay, which is the signal line. So the moment you adjust this thing, let's say we adjust this into, let's say we adjust it to fast length is 12, right? You adjust it to, let's just adjust it to something like 20. So you discover that there will be a change. Just say okay. Now you see what happened. So your MACD is actually changed. It changed a bit, and when you look at this point, you discover that the crossover here happened here. When you use 20, the crossover happened there, instead of as against when we use 12, when the crossover happened at an early stage. You understand? So you discover that the setting also affects how your MACD behaves. Now let's quickly change the setting to this one, from this one to 30. Let's see what we have. Now when you change this one to 30, so you discover it's actually a bit affecting what you are looking at on the chart. So I would suggest, to me, what I use, to me, let's just leave it at default. So let's say we have 12, and then let's say we have here to be 26, right? Which was the formatting we have here. So what are we actually adjusting? We adjust, these are a form of a moving exponential moving average. I've made a video on exponential moving average. So this is actually a form of an exponential moving average. Okay, so we are adjusting the exponential moving average. Now when you just change this one to 26 again, you're going to see that we have a different look on the charts, and that is that. Okay, so what happens when you change it to something smaller? Let's change it to 9, and then let's change it to 20. Let's see what happens. So when you change it to 9 and 20, discover that it almost gives you an early signal. So now look at this point. Sometimes you have something different happening. Now look at here. You discover that when you change this, let's compare it with this one. When you change it to that, at this point it shows that MACD crossed. Okay, then after some time it now dumped. Now let's change it to the standard one that we have, 12 and 26. That is the default one, the default setting, 12 and 26. Now when you change it, you discover that almost the same thing again happened. So at this point it shows you that okay, the market is actually about to come down a bit, that kind of stuff. So it all depends. There's no standard way of doing it, but personally I would prefer to just leave it at 12 and 26. So because I've experimented this and I discovered that it just work fine. So that is everything you need to understand about MACD. Now to recap, don't forget there are 3 ways you can use MACD. Number 1, as a crossover. You can also use it as to tell the volatility. When you look at the histogram, you now know what the volatility is like. And then finally you can use it as a divergence. Now as a final note, please do not use MACD independently. Make sure you combine it with other indicators like support, resistance, and all that. Because when you look at these lines I drew here, these are potential support and resistance. And I've also made video on everything you need to understand about support and resistance. So check out the description. You're going to have access to the videos I made on that. So thank you very much for watching this video, and see you in the next video.